Hello everybody and welcome once again to Armored Warfare. And today, well, we're gonna talk about the BMP-3M and the BMD-4. We're gonna see, do they stack up to each other? Which one do you prefer? But let's start off with the BMP-3M and let's get it immediately out of the room. It is an export product from the Russians, and in this conversion the Greek have 300 of these vehicles, and they're actually infantry supporting vehicles. Why? It has a 100mm gun that can fire only HE fragmentation. Well, you use that for light material, armored trucks maybe, armored personnel, you name it. But what we know it, how we know it in world of armored warfare, is his cannon, his autocannon, his 30mm chain gun that wreaks havoc on the enemy, and you take simply everything apart. And that's what I find so weird in this game, that you don't have the stats of the 30mm chain gun, because you have the ammunition, you have everything, but the exact stats of the gun, not. But that's for other topic later on maybe. But let's look at the BMP-3M. Well, it has damage. Well, we go for the HE shells, 401 damage and a penetration of 27mm. Does a damage per minute of 3007. A reload time of 8 seconds. By the way, that's can go faster because you got an additional autoloader system. Was implemented in the new update 0.16. Check your garage. Hit points 1730. That is, of course, depends on your retrofits, and I mean, you should retrofit it. It can help you a great deal. As I fitted it out, as you see here, it has a view range of 545 meters. That's by far, I think, and with the BMD together, the biggest view range of all vehicles, as I know from now. And I think even not the TDs, they come only for maybe just 500, but these vehicles come above 500, 550, 545. Well, it has a gun depression of -6 and elevation of -3. Well, that's not really great. The BMD actually has a higher elevation. We will look at that later on. But here, let's look. Accuracy spread 0.08. Well, at the moment, it all depends on your commander. Check your accuracy spread, because it's very important that you fire and that your shells stay in the, well, dispersion, but stay in the section that you aim it, and not that the shell go simply into another postal code. Anyway, aim time 2.5 seconds, well, about ish, and does 50.14 degrees turret traverse. That's very fast and that's very good. And that's also the strength of this vehicle. Has a top speed of 72 kilometers per hour and 0 to 32 kilometers per hour in 2.1 seconds. So it's nimble. It's a great vehicle, but it has APS. By the way, don't forget it has APS, and the BMD doesn't have APS. But the strength lays in his rockets. These rockets, what he fires, these ATGM rockets, are doing between 700 and I've seen even hits of 900 with these rockets. It depends where you hit. So it has an awesome amount of firepower for such a, well, relative small vehicle comparison to other main battle tanks. Armor you don't have. You have some turret armor that is era. Actually, don't go and test it out because you get blown away. You have to be always on the move, and well, great distance I don't recommend it, because you can hit, but you will also misfire a lot of your shots and they will go into oblivion. Anyway, this vehicle is simply an epic killer, and I think with the BMD-4 the heaviest armed vehicles in the world. That's something I got from internet, by the way, so you can also find that, look it up. This is actually, you have two versions. The BMD-4 is actually only available for the Russian paratroopers. About the BMD-4 later on. But anyway, guys, well, let's see it in action, shall we? And of course I picked a very, well, not difficult, but it can be a nasty level, Stormy Winter. Well, you all know it, and especially with an AFV it's tricky. And let's see how I do in the BMP-3M. And this map, of course, you all know how to play it, and I can tell again, you know, what you have to look for and what you should not do and what you should do. But simply keep your distance, stay away, keep moving. And you see here immediately, if you hit, you put the hurt on the enemy. And now of course you're playing against AI, but also PvP. I've played it in PvP. Well, it's a little bit different, a lot different actually. But you can do so much damage, and you have three possibilities. What I said already before, you can shoot your high explosives, you can shoot your rocket, you can decide to use only your chain gun, and you see here above 100 is quite normal per shot, and if you're lucky you can even do more. Anyway, I want to explain also a little bit my view. I want to do every week such a review. For me it's, well, the last few weeks are a little bit confusing and let's say surprising, because I'm officially now community contributor for Armored Warfare, and that came as a surprise actually, and I didn't expect it, because I told you all I'm gonna do my thing and my thing only, and how I want to do it, and I'm gonna make my video as I do and I feel fit to, and you guys like the way I do it, so that will not change. Maybe some giveaways will be easier now in the future, but that's not the main reason why you should be a community contributor. I am that because I am a contributor because I like the game very much and I love to make videos. Yeah, you see here also the vulnerability of the 3M already through now 2/3 and almost completely lost my health, and I have to use my field rebuild kit, or else I would not have made it. But you see again, and we are playing now for a couple of minutes and already at 6,000 damage done. And you have to realize there are tanks spawning around you like an idiot. And here I take a rocket shot, and you see here 825 I take, and that's an Abrams tanks, an A2, so a tier 8 Abrams tank. And of course it is PvE, so what? I don't want to downgrade the PvE because it's the most played version of Armored Warfare. The most of the people play PvE, and I think also normally because you grind, you do your global experience, global reputation, excuse me, and your reputation, and it's actually similar as PvP. So why should you take the time and the stress to simply only play PvP? I do both. As you saw last week, I posted my Armata game, and the high tiers I'm getting there, and also the mid tiers I'm playing. So, and I'm having fun in the game, guys. And now with 0.16 coming out, my god, epic the sounds. The game experience is so much more, so better, much better. I was sitting there with a really big grin and a huge oh well, I can't say that on YouTube. Anyway, awful, I cannot stop playing. You see here also in this level what happens. MBT-70 just crosses me, and I have to get the hell out of it because he has a really hard hitting boomstick. And guys, I'm still collecting those kabooms, and I've got quite a lot already, also from myself. So if you have them, send them to me. Also your games, funny game, funny moment, what the fuck moment, whatever you want to send me, just a moment from a game or part of the game, foul play, cheaters, send them to me, because I'm going to nail them to the cross here on my YouTube channel. Anyway, you see already I'm stacking quite a lot of damage, and now I'm already at 11,500. And I am a little bit have luck here, because the team is playing quite well together, and you simply have to draw attention, make sure, and respond on the minimap. Keep close eye on the minimap with these vehicles, because they have no armor whatsoever. And if you're gonna ask me which one do you prefer, well, we come to that in the end of this video, because then we're going to look at the BMD-4. And that has a little bit more, let's say, finesse, but let's look here. I'm not gonna kill steal. Okay, let's move on, and immediately they spawn there. You know how it works in Stormy Winter. 14,000 already damage done, and counting. We're not there yet, we're trying to cap now. I still have most of my health. Of course, I used the field rebuild kit. That's what it's for. And when I said previously, like, you don't use retrofits, yeah, on these vehicles you have to use your retrofits. Maybe even retrofits that make your vision range better. Look here, I'm shooting my gun now. And now again my... And that's it, you guys. Well, you see the beast, what it is. It's a killing machine. It's a damage. It never stops. And I found it even better than, for instance, the Terminators and that stuff, because they're versatile. They're like nimble. They can move around. You know, you can move around the enemy easily, and you can outpace the enemy even. So the BMPs and the BMDs are on my top favorite, and you see here a shitload of medals. Very nice all. Okay, well, great. You see still that's the old version. It was just recorded just before the update. And, well, actually a week before the update, because I wanted to already bring this out for a week ago, but life happened to me. So, anyway, well, as you can see here, the medals, I'm pointing them out for you. Why do you get them? The system now is actually the same, but now you get rewarded. And the rewards are quite stacking up, and it's very nice to play PvE now. So, okay, now let's go on to the BMD. And let's look at the stats of the BMD-4. And what do we see? This is similar as the BMP-3 and 100mm gun. Fire same, only HE, not fragmentation, only HE. Does a damage of 378 and penetration 27mm. Not so much diverse there, but here, damage per minute 2835. Well, it's at least, well, 165, 170. Yeah, well, damage per minute lesser. Well, okay, that's not so much actually. Reload time 8 seconds, the same. Hit points has fewer hit points as the BMP, 1515. Well, hull has front and the sides in the rear 18, 18, 10. Hardly no military aluminum. Hello Freddy, speech impediment again. Turret, well, has a little bit more, 50, 35, 16 is also, guys, you have no, and it is made of steel, so, well, they have some turret modifiers, some calculations you can let it go on it, but it's, the simple fact is you don't have armor. It does a max speed of 70.2 kilometers, a little bit slower as the BMP, 0 to 32 in 1.7 seconds, so it has less ground resistance than the BMP. View range 495. maybe that's my doing because the retrofits that I'm using. And actually this is used by the Russian paratroopers, and since 2005 it is in various conversions. Hello, my god. It is used by the Russian paratroopers. It can carry 3 personnel, 3 driver, loader, commander, and 5 armored personnel. Can be stacked in the back. The back goes open, and it's like they can be a little bit protected from small arms fire. Anyway, it's for me. And now we come to the thing that was just telling. What do you prefer? Which vehicle do you prefer? I had better games in the BMD-4. And not only me, guys that I'm in the clan with and also prefer the BMP-4. They don't like the BMP-3M. Well, it's not so bad, but well, it's clunky. It's not so nimble as the BMP-4. The BMP-4 has, what I heard, and most people agree with me, the better gun. But they have the same guns. How's that possible? Rockets similar. So what's the difference? Well, maybe it's in the ground resistance. It moves smoother. It moves better. Yeah, well, okay, that's it. But for me, actually, the beauty of this beast lies in simplicity. If you use only your chain gun or your rockets, it is no problem. The same with the BMP-3M, and they're slightly different from each other. And I like to play them both, but if you ask me, I prefer the BMP-4. If you really want to know that, the BMP-4. And the armament, what is not mentioned here, are the 2 machine guns that are mounted in the front and the side, 7.62mm. So let's get into some gameplay, and we run Wildfire. The thing that was constantly, like, I was thinking of was why after the fall of the wall and the Iron Curtain went up, and well, Russian defense contractors were outsourcing, you know, why didn't NATO countries buy more of these kind of vehicles? Because they are proven themselves. They're even the BMP-3M, and I forgot something very important to mention, is actually amphibious. And so these vehicles have proven themselves over and over again in battle and whatever. I mean, the Russians had quite some conflicts, and all their BMPs and BMDs have proven themselves throughout the years. And Greece are the only country that is actually NATO that has bought the conversion that is in the game. I found it quite odd, but I don't know, why do we always have to simply buy and use what the Americans put on our plates? Why can we not also buy as a country from Russia? Because the cost of the vehicles and also the tanks, and you can look it all up on Wikipedia, is substantial lower than the cost from tanks from, you name it, Germany or from the Americans or whatsoever. So, but anyway, that's not a discussion for us to mingle in. We just want to have an epic game and want to play this game and keep it that way, keep politics out of the equation. Anyway, Wildfire is also a tricky one. If you go too fast, you get taken out very easily. And the 3M, very funny, is also with me in this game. So let's see how we stack up together. Stay behind the MBTs, guys. This is a tricky one. You get from the side, vehicles coming, and you've got on the end of the street, of course. So what I'm doing here is quite dangerous because the other vehicle is a Terminator and he is rapidly eating my health points away. So what should I do? Well, stay behind. Kijk, and there goes the 3M. And again, I cannot pass here because the Terminator will really end me. Will simply take a chunk out of my ass and simply I cannot play on anymore. Happened to me several times, and somehow I never learn to be a little bit less aggressive. So, but anyway, I'm trying to, and you see here, my rocket does almost 800 hit points taken off. It really, and again, that's what I meant. So versatile, and this BMD-4 is faster in any way. So I don't understand the stats, where the stats come from, because it doesn't add up with the gameplay. And I'm not the only one who's saying it. Several people prefer the BMD-4 over the 3M, and it's nimble, it's faster, it's more accurate actually. But that's my idea. Maybe it's wrong, maybe it's right, I don't know. But it's simply better. It handles better. And now I'm in a little bit, let's say, halfway. And I'm also at around 6,000 damage done. What you try to support. And lately I'm also seeing, and thank God for patch for 0.16, that the matchmaker will be addressed. But I tell you honestly, I'm sometimes in a PvE match with 3 or even 4 other AFVs, and then try to win, guys. Good luck with it. And especially high tiers, you get armatas, you get challengers, you name it. But again, then you have to be versatile, you have to be sneaky, and of course camp. And that's a word that we all hate so much, but sometimes it is necessary. And I had again a dancing tree. Sometimes they're still in the game, but slowly but steadily the game improves as time goes by. And with our feedback, guys, they can make it better. So keep putting on the forum, read the forum, what's going on, ask your questions. If you have certain things, difficulties, tell me. Maybe I can ask, and maybe I can do something with some issues that you have, or complaints, or in-game issues. And here I shot again. I think I used the gun 100mm, and I rarely actually use it on the BMD-4. On the BMP-3 I did use the gun, the main gun, but it's not. But you see here, you're swift, you turn, you're fast, but you're also light and you're quickly taken out, so you have to be really careful. And I did only now 7,600, but it's all depending on what kind of level. And watch out for the expeditionary tank. It's a sneaky bastard. It pot shots you and takes a chunk of your health, and you're gone. And in urban environment, this machine is also very good, especially with the armament. Again, the BMD-4 is even heavier armed than the BMP-3M. This is actually the heaviest armed vehicle in the world. Well, that's stated on YouTube. On Google, Wikipedia. And again, this is the end, guys. Well, I didn't do so good, but I want to simply show you the BMD-4 in action to give you a feel and like how my thought process is and how I am looking at certain vehicles. I have the T-15, I have that all. I've got the tier 10s, Challenger, Armata and Leopard tier 10. So I will also do a review on that and stack them. And I had even a blue star here, and I didn't even do, still 10,000 damage. Okay, I was already forgot. Now I was top on the leaderboard. I was the best. I spotted the most. Had 10 kills. I didn't even, 5,000 spotting damage. Well done, well done. But that's the vehicle, it's having pleasure playing with such a vehicle brings all kinds of fun with it, right? So we come to an end, and just leaves me with this, guys. Thank you all for subscribing. Thank you all for supporting me. And I love doing these videos. And I just wanted to thank you, because I'm quite a normal guy, down to earth, and I love playing this game. And thank you from the bottom of my heart for the kind words. They help, really help. And thank you for watching. Take really good care of yourselves, and have a good Sunday. And I will talk to you soon.